The Kyle Rittenhouse trial will be in the jury's hands by morning. Breaking news, the judge says they'll get the case at 9 a.m. after both lawyers have closed their argument.
The 18-year-old from Illinois shot and killed 2 people and wounded a 3rd last year in Kenosha. Attorneys for Rittenhouse, who was 17 at the time of the shooting, argued he acted in self-defense. But prosecutors argued Rittenhouse provoked the situation when he pointed his gun at an unarmed man.
You cannot claim self-defense against a danger you create.
Mr. Rosenbaum was shot because he was chasing my client and going to kill him.
Rittenhouse could serve life in prison if convicted of the most serious charge, first-degree intentional homicide. And speaking of those charges, there are still 5 felonies for the jury to consider against Rittenhouse after the judge dismissed a misdemeanor of carrying a gun while underage.
Now that gives the jury a lot to consider here and a lot for us to try to understand about what they can and cannot take into account. Anna Hansen spoke with a local attorney with a unique perspective on the case.
2 weeks filled with some intense moments.
We've seen a lot of testimony and we've seen a lot of contentious advocacy between the groups of lawyers.
Boiling down to a jury of 12 considering 5 felonies, with some notable counts which could send Kyle Rittenhouse to prison.
There is the first-degree reckless homicide charge, and then there is a lesser-included offense of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, I believe.
The defense team has said Rittenhouse shot 3 people, killing 2 in self-defense. Jessa Nicholson-Gatz briefly served on Rittenhouse's defense team last year. She says self-defense requires considering certain criteria.
In the context of a first-degree homicide, they simply need to conclude that Kyle believed it was necessary to act with deadly force. Second-degree intentional homicide requires an objective element as well.
Nicholson-Gatz says Wisconsin has robust self-defense laws, but it's the intentional homicide charges that carry the longest prison sentences if convicted.
The maximum penalty for a first-degree reckless homicide is much higher than that of a second degree.
Regardless, she expects the jury to acquit Rittenhouse on the homicide charges.
I think the facts support acquittals.
But the decisions rest with the jury, not Nicholson-Gatz, who knows someone will be upset when the verdict is read.
I think this is an extremely divisive case. I think that there are going to be people that are unhappy no matter which way this verdict comes out.
In Madison, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.